Hey, welcome back to my channel. Got a little pile going on here. I wanna do a quick video of how much fun I'm having with this. We'll call it a Mobula 6 meets Babytooth. Okay, it's not really a Babytooth, and it's not a Mobula 6 pick anymore. So let's get in and kind of look at it a little bit. I want to show it to you, and I think if you wanted to build something like this, I would say you're gonna have a really good time. This is really pointed mostly at people that have the Tiny Hawk bundle, and they're looking to kind of they want to expand their deal, but they're just not ready to step into something like that. You know, they're just not ready for that 5-inch 100 plus mile an hour ripper. Okay, they want to kind of go with something 1S and reuse those batteries that we're already using. So let's take a look at all this stuff and see what's going on. All right, so I just wanted to come in here real quick and show you that I have made I'm going to call it the Mobytooth 6. All right, there you go, Mobytooth 6. Here's the MobulaPICK. Okay, if you follow my channel, you know that I made the Mobula 6 into a pick using this pick frame. Okay, this pick frame is made specifically for the style of board that the Mobula 6 has, because it has the back here is cut out for the USB connector. But anyway, so that's what the frame looks like. And then obviously this is the frame with the stock motors from the Mobula 6, the 08, 02, 25,000 kV motors with 55 millimeter props. These props are actually from my Hubsan that's over 7 years old now, and these are the props that I found that worked the best. I had quite a few props. If you followed along, you've seen I had a handful of props. So I've taken my modified, man, let me see if I could say this in one sentence, because that's how amazing I think the technology is, even though I've had some issues with resetting and really frustrated with Happy Model not answering any questions. But flight controller, ESC, receiver, slash VTX, all in one board. Pretty amazing. And then the camera that came in the Mobula 6 clips right into this canopy that is made for the Babytooth. So you have FPV cycle motors, and these are the 1202.5 11,500 kV motors on a 3016 prop, and they push down on a 2 millimeter motor post. So these motors are very unique, and I really have to give a big thumbs up to Kebab. I don't know the guy personally, but the stuff that he's doing is really interesting. When it comes to the 1S stuff, it's the cat's meow as far as I can tell. I have these 450 milliamp batteries that I fly with my brushed whoops, and so this worked out well for me. A friend of mine, and thank you, by the way, I'm going to say thanks to my friend that has kind of got me into this, and he's quite in tune with what's going on at the FPV cycle. So, and this is the original flight controller of the Babytooth. So let me get a close up. So this is the flight controller. This is a Beta FPV flight controller, and my buddy did the receiver mod to it. Now, I chose to go with the Mobula 6 because the flight controller, see if I can, the flight controller ESC VTX receiver is a very light package, and it also has some features that the Beta FPV lacks, and I kind of feel like it's, in a way, it's a deal breaker for me. Something this small, I want an external beeper. So you can see on the back here, I actually have a 82 decibel beeper, and I'll play that for you here in just a second. The other thing is the telemetry, because I like to fly line of sight, and it's nice to have a little bit of telemetry coming back, and I'll show you how that worked out too. So this is the pack that I'm flying currently. I'm getting about 4.5 minutes. 4 minutes of really ripping it around, doing some, some power loops and barrel rolls and all that kind of stuff. And then 5.5 minutes of just kind of cruising around. And the distance, the modifications. I have a video for the antenna mods for that flight, for the Mobula 6. These antenna mods have changed the game for this. With the Mobula 6, if you have one, you know that you really can't go very far before it fuzzes out, or your transmitter constantly says, telemetry lost, telemetry retrieved, telemetry lost, and just back and forth until you go nuts. I don't have any of those issues now with these antenna mods. So if you're curious about this, I do have a video on how to do it. The beeper and the telemetry is amazing. The motors really do perform much better than what was happening here. The flight time is double that of this, so I totally recommend going with this. And I can actually say I recommend this because my friend, we fly a lot together. He has the 1S, he has the 3S, another 1S. Like, I've been kind of following what he's doing, and I'm watching, and it's proven. It's good stuff. So yes, I recommend the Babytooth. I'm not really sure about the original board. Soldering, having a beeper and some telemetry is really something for me I want. But then again, I own a radio like this instead of a game style one. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the telemetry and the beeper feature real quick before we wrap this video up.
Hey Propsoff, what are you going to fly now?
All right. This thing is too much fun. So anyway, let's plug in a LiPo, and I'm just going to
3.7 volts.
Okay.
89 dB.
So 89 decibels, that's my RSSI, which is kind of tough. We're too close, it's blowing out, but you get the idea.
3.7 volts. 90
Okay.
dB.
So while I'm flying line of sight, or even while I'm flying with the goggles down, even though I have it in there, I can still pull that up whenever I feel like it and get the telemetry. And then here's the beeper. I mean, that's pretty loud. That's 82 decibels.
Telemetry lost.
Okay, so those are the features of that flight controller that I really like. And then I just want to show you real quick. And this little dude here I got on Amazon for $20. People kept saying, they didn't want to buy an expensive. They don't want to buy an expensive one. Well, $20. This thing has really done a good job. I'm actually surprised on how well it's done. It even measures capacitance really accurately. Okay, so 377. So the telemetry data coming from the quadcopter to the transmitter is almost right on the money. Okay, 3.7, that'll get you done. So pretty impressed with that. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I've had a really good time flying it. I'm gonna try to get some flight footage as soon as I can, and get this thing together. If you have any questions, let me know in comments. I would like to answer as much as I can. I would like to get some flight footage for you so you can kind of see how long it'll fly and some of the characteristics of the flight and how it reacts. So very, very cool. But yeah, hey, if you like this video, it entertained you, or it gave you some information, something you might want to do, give me a thumbs up, follow along to see what happens, and subscribe. If you hated this, you give me a thumbs down. It all works. Enjoy the breeze.